Hey everybody. So the mind and the gut have a powerful connection, and you can improve your anxiety by improving your gut health. How do I know? Because I have done it and I am doing it. I am really concentrating on getting my gut health together so that I can feel better. And I'm going to tell you how you can do it too. It's not rocket science, but it does take dedication and your commitment to the journey of being well. So that's what we're talking about today. Join me as I talk about how to improve your gut health so that you can improve your anxiety. So I'm Katina Blue, the Anxiety Warrior. This is my channel. If you want tips and tricks about how to improve your anxiety, please click the subscribe button below. Also, if you want to be notified every time I make a video, ding the notification bell below so that you can receive notifications. So I have been working on my gut health for some time now, and there are many changes that I've made, and there are many changes that you can make today to help your anxiety get better just by changing the imbalance in your gut. I talked about this in a previous video that I just did about the connection between your mind and your gut. If you haven't seen that video, you should go take a look because I explore exactly how your brain and your gut work together and how if there is an imbalance in your gut, that it could directly affect your brain and also directly affect your anxiety levels. So reducing your stress and improving your diet are two major things that you have to do in order to really get your gut health intact. But first, I want to talk about medications you are taking or underlying gut conditions that can cause your gut imbalance also. So did you know that some anxiety medications can cause gut imbalance? I had been taking anxiety medications and I noticed a difference when I was taking them and when I wasn't. I felt that my gut was not really in order. And so sometimes the medications that you're taking can be hurting you as well as helping you. And that's what some medications for anxiety can do. So be aware of that. If you're on medication for anxiety, you might want to talk with your doctor about what it could be doing to your gut health. Also, if you have underlying conditions, for example, if you have GERD or IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, or any type of gastrointestinal type of disorder, you could also have an imbalance in your gut, which is going to cause your anxiety levels to rise because that is the connection. Now, talking about clearing up your gut health, getting that balance back, so important for you to feel good. So I want to tell you that having stress levels that are high can create an imbalance in your gut. This is the first thing that I want to tell you that you can do to improve your gut health is to lower your stress levels. So what happens is when you have high levels of anxiety and stress, your body starts to release chemicals into your system, into your digestive system. And these digestive chemicals will cause an imbalance within your gut. So this will in turn lead to higher levels of anxiety. And if you want to improve that, you have to start lowering your stress levels so your body will stop secreting those chemicals. So how do you do that? Well, I talk about that on this channel all the time. Many things that you can do naturally to help yourself lower your stress, right? I talk about meditation, guided meditation. There are so many videos, and those are things that I'm going to be exploring on this channel. I'm going to start doing meditations for you all, for myself too, so that we can also use those to lower our stress levels. Also, positive affirmations daily is very important. I have a video here, several videos with positive affirmations. You can find those anywhere. Just sitting and listening to positive reinforcement can help lower your stress. Also, I have tried hypnosis for stress and anxiety. I did a complete video about that. So that is something that also has helped me lower my stress levels. Another way to de-stress is breathing techniques. I have done breathing techniques on this channel. Concentrating on your breathing when you are not feeling that great, when you're stressed, is another way to keep your stress levels down and keep your gut health intact. Now, I know a lot of us don't like to exercise, but you know that is the most important thing, right? For gut health, exercise lowers your stress levels. And if your stress levels are low, the likelihood that you're going to be having anxiety and causing havoc on your gut is going to be much lower. So if you could just get up and move, just move, people. It's so helpful. I know we don't really like to do it because we want to sit on the couch and be couch potatoes, but no, you have to get up and move to lower your stress levels. It's really helpful. I know, because when I exercise and I am active, I feel so much better. And sometimes there are underlying things that we have not really explored, like trauma and things that have happened in our lives that we really need to talk about. And that's when therapy comes in. That could also decrease your stress levels. Going to talk to a professional about what is happening. Don't be afraid to do this. It is so helpful and important because it's something that I do. And it really helps me to get to the heart of the matter. And the second thing is paying attention to your diet. Now, we say this all the time. I mean, you can say it till you're blue in the face. And some of you still won't put down that fried chicken. Now, will you? I know. And trust me, I'm not telling you something that I don't tell myself. So when I tell you this, it's not me preaching without practicing, because I am really honing in on my diet and really trying to cut out a lot of things that I know are not good for me and I know are wreaking havoc on my body and really on my gut. So do you know that really drinking more water and hydrating yourself can really help you decrease anxiety and help your gut health? There have been days when I was so dehydrated and I just drank more water and I felt better. Like my mood was better, my anxiety levels went down, and it was just something as simple as water. So pay attention to that. How about putting down the coffee and the caffeine? Like, coffee and caffeine really wreak havoc on your nervous system. And the last thing you want when you have anxiety is something that's going to do that, right? So you really have to try to find something else to really satisfy. Maybe try some decaffeinated tea. Now, I know that's not gonna give you the zinger of caffeine that you need, but right now we're talking about wellness. So I don't drink caffeinated drinks and I don't drink coffee that is caffeinated. I made that choice years ago because I know that I have a disposition for anxiety. So if you're drinking coffee regularly, you need to really rethink that and come up with some alternatives. You should also think about adding probiotics to your diet. Probiotics are really helpful. There's so many different ones out there. I'm gonna do a video devoted to probiotics and how it can help your gut health and also your anxiety. Do your research and perhaps consult with your doctor about it if you really wanna try a probiotic, because that could really put your gut back in balance. Then you wanna put down the processed foods, right? All of those things that we're buying that are ready to eat, like we just pop it in the oven. I know we want convenience. I know it. I like convenience too, but it is wreaking havoc on our bodies. All this convenience and not cooking at home and not making our own meals, it's really wreaking havoc. Reducing your sugar is something else you should be looking into. I try my best not to have sugar, if at all possible. And I know we get hidden sugar, especially when you're buying those processed foods. You don't know what you're getting most of the time if you're not reading labels, and it really can make a difference. Just those small, simple changes for you. I know because I have made these changes and I see a difference all the time when I do this. But when I go back to the processed foods and all those things that we think taste so great, but are so bad for us, I see the difference in my body. I see the difference in how I feel and in my mood. So that fried chicken today, is that worth that anxiety tomorrow? I don't think so. And one last change you could make that I have made is trying a gluten-free diet. Now, gluten in food is usually found in wheat products. I did a whole video about gluten and how it has changed my life to be gluten-free and how it has changed my anxiety levels also. I feel a difference in my mood on a daily basis and things like that. So Going gluten-free should be something that you might want to consider, because gluten causes inflammation, and inflammation will cause havoc in your gut. So you really might want to consider that. And all of these things as a whole, like, these are not difficult things, people. I know it's hard sometimes to make changes, but this is about your wellness. This is about my wellness. This is about us being well. It's just imperative that we do this for ourselves, right? So if you haven't seen my video about the mind and gut connection and how they work together and how your gut can cause anxiety, you should go check out that video. I did that video a few days ago. Coincides with this video. It's such good information for you to know, so you can start to move your gut health in a good direction. So please, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I thank you for watching and coming back time and time again. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.